All right, everyone. So before I get into this Raw review for August the 2nd, 2021, there are two things I want to put out here. Number one, in tomorrow's video, I'm going to be giving you my top 5 AEW wrestlers, male wrestlers, who I think are going to be the future for AEW. So be on the lookout for that. That's probably going to be uploaded late morning, noon, somewhere around that time period. So be on the lookout for that. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel, man. We have 428 subs. Let's get to 430. We're 2 subs away. Let's get it, man. Let's get it up there. Let's run it up, man. But anyways, we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get into this Raw review, man. You know, this Raw obviously was just, it was like that. It won't good. All right, like, let's be real here. This Raw was just, it won't good. It won't good. Like, I was trying to find some positives from this episode, but there really wasn't no positive. I guess the only positive thing was probably Goldberg and Lashley, but even that segment was like ridiculed. So speaking of Goldberg and Lashley, we kick things off with Goldberg and Bobby Lashley. Lashley just talking about how, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's gonna, destroy. Well, it was mostly MVP doing the talking, like just dissing Goldberg and stuff like that. And that's where Goldberg comes out. Goldberg comes out, and while he is doing his promo, the fans are chanting, "We want Wyatt. We want Wyatt." So the fans are obviously not into Goldberg's speech. So after Goldberg gives his promo about how he's Goldberg and this and that, and how Lashley is next, he leaves the ring. MVP gets out the ring. Lashley's holding up his title in the ring, and he's going to his son, Goldberg's son. And I'm gonna tell you something about Goldberg, man. Goldberg's son is like, because like last time we saw him was like what, 2017, 2018. Like, he looks big. Like, I don't know what Goldberg's been feeding his son at his home and stuff, but whatever it is, he's doing a fine job, man, because his son, Jesus, his son has, like, gotten big over time, seriously. But MVP goes at his son. Goldberg comes in, spears MVP, and that's the segment. So now we get the 2-on-1 handicap match, Veer and Shanky versus Drew. This won't really special, man. This won't nothing special. Drew obviously had his sword towards Shanky, towards Veer and Shanky. So Drew's literally about to commit mass murder on live TV like Nick Gage at AEW, but it is what it is. And that was the segment. So after that, we get Nia Jax versus Rhea Ripley. Now, I don't know how Nia got busted open, but like somewhere in the match, she just got busted open. So props to her for continuing the match. Rhea got a strong reaction, which was awesome. Like, Rhea got a positive reaction, so that was really cool to see. But the match was solid. After the match, Jax and Shayna were, going at it, button heads, and Shayna walked out, so that's how that ended. So it looks like that tag team is ending there. We got Mansoor and Mustafa Ali versus Mason T-Bar. Nobody cares about Mason T-Bar. As you can see by their entrance, they got no reaction. Mustafa got a good reaction, obviously, because it is his hometown in Chicago, but they lose. T-Bar and Mace get the win here. So it is what it is. Like I said, nothing too special. Well, nothing really special at all. T-Bar and Mace, they can't lose all the time. So I guess, they got the win here tonight. So that was it. Now, we get Charlotte Flair. She cuts this weird promo. She talks about she woke up to headlines about Simone Biles withdrawing from the Olympics. And I don't know how Simone Biles even got into this promo at all, or the Olympics, but Ribson and Nikki Cross. She's going to beat Nikki Cross, stuff like that. And, Nikki Cross attacks her with the chair and stuff, and that's how that segment ends. So next, we get the women's tag team champ, one half of the tag team champs with the women, Tamina Snuka versus Doudrop. Nothing, again, like I said, man, a lot of these matches weren't too nothing special. This is, yeah, exactly. It was like that. So, Tamina gets the win here. And yeah, we see Alexa Bliss on the screen. She's laughing at Eva Marie. Well, yeah, she's laughing at both Eva Marie and Doudrop. And you can kind of hear we want Wyatt chance. Speaking of the Chicago crowd, because we all know how Chicago is notorious for doing stuff like that. It seemed like the WWE had a lot of piped in stuff tonight, and even sometimes it felt like they were muting the crowd, because not only did you get your "We Want Wyatt" chance, but even during the main event, you got your CM Punk chance. We did get Miz TV with Damian Priest, and Damian Priest was talking about how could Morrison do such a thing? Why would he trust the Miz? And talks about he actually came out here to challenge Sheamus for a match for the U.S. title at SummerSlam. We get a match between Priest and Morrison. Priest gets the win there. That leads to a tag team match playa, because after the match, Sheamus attacks Priest. Ricochet comes out. So we get a tag team match playa between Sheamus and John Morrison versus Ricochet and Damian Priest. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Ricochet and Damian Priest get the win there, so that was that. Next, we got Omos versus Riddle. This is a squash match. Omos got to show his dominance. Omos can't lose. He got to dominate, and that's what he did. And, did give Riddle credit. Riddle did do a great job at selling, so that was good on his part. So, yeah. All right, so we see Alexa Bliss in her little playhouse with Lily, and then, of course, Eva and Doudrop attack her, and then that's where Lily stands up like she's a doggone Undertaker, and that's how that segment ends. All right, so we get Karrion Kross versus Keith Lee. This is a lose-lose for both, man, because Karrion Kross, Keith Lee gets the win here, which was good because this is Keith Lee's first win back, but then Kross loses clean again, so obviously the fans weren't too happy about that, and just like last week, this was just a lose-lose. It wasn't a win-win for none of those guys. They not good. So, yeah, but it was all right. The match standpoint, it was all right. 24/7 title match. We had Akira Tozawa versus Reggie. I mean, Reggie did his little cool flips, which was cool, but match concern, no one really cared about it. Then the main event, no holds barred. Nikki, A.S.H versus Charlotte Flair. Now, Charlotte pretty much dominated this whole match, okay? It was good. It was pretty good, towards the end. But Charlotte just dominated this match, But Nikki, in the end, she found a way to win, and she won. So good for Nikki A.S.H to win. So, like I said, man, this Raw, this Raw won't up to standard. This won't great Raw. It just won't, So that's the review, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling. Again, remember to subscribe to the channel. Tell me your thoughts, what you think of Raw, and so yeah.